Hey, Duke. You're gonna get yourself wet. Hurry up. Hurry up. Faster, faster. Good boy. Come up here. Okay, stay here. Don't get yourself full of water. I hope everyone is doing good and enjoying this amazing weather. Rain again, rain every freaking day. Gee, it never stops here and it's freaking cold. It was snowing this morning. It stopped for a bit. I was loading some wood for the wood stove before we get it installed, and it's starting to rain again. So everything is getting wet. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Let me just switch the camera so you guys can see what's going on. So there is the mountain. It's snowing up on the top. You can't really see it right now. It's getting quite foggy, but it is getting there slowly. There it is. There's Duke, who's just sitting outside. Hey Duke, don't get yourself wet, please. Come up here. Hurry up. There you go. So yeah, it hasn't been easy, and non-stop rain. I have this thing on, the plastic, because I haven't had a chance. I want to actually finish the roof for this spot till probably next season now. So there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hey buddy, getting cold today. Yeah, it's getting cold. It's about this morning was about 2 degrees. Now it's about 6 degrees, give or take. It's supposed to actually start snowing here. We had a little bit of frost in the morning. So we're just gonna sit in on the deck right now. And I still don't have my wood stove installed. We just got some wood. I've been cutting a lot of wood and I have them covered right now, but hasn't been the best. Snowing out foothills this morning. Oh wow, already. Yeah, some of the mountains actually, they're starting to get covered with snow. Here, it's gonna probably get there soon. You know, I'd rather have snow than to actually have rain. But, you know, we can't really... We'll find out, see what happens. Hi, Maurice. Never got the notification that you were live. I just came on, like, maybe 5 minutes ago. Is this BC or Arbotes in BC? Greeting from Brazil. Hey. Probably nice and beautiful in Brazil and nice and rainy here. We're just enjoying the view with Duke. Cute dog. Yeah, he's sitting there relaxing. We were playing outside in the rain. I thought we'd take it easy a bit while I'm actually working out. Hey Ricky, how are you? There you go, you guys can get a better look. I will schedule a call with you when I get RBC magnesium test result. Perfect, looking forward to it. 100%. I'm looking at an FJ Cruiser 2. Do you love it? What mileage do you have? So this is my original bot. It's a 2008. I have about 170,000 kilometers on it. 167,000 kilometers. It's probably one of my favorite vehicles, but it does guzzle gas like crazy. Hey Pure Blood, how are you? But they are my favorite vehicles no matter what. I love Toyotas and I love the style of the FJ. Guys, give me a second. I'm just gonna do one more because I'm just doing some chin-ups here while we're talking. I just met someone who hit a million mile on his... So my last vehicle was a Toyota 4Runner. I hit 1.2 million miles on it. 1.2, not million, Yeah, 1.2 million kilometers, not miles, sorry. But a million miles, that's insane. That's a lot. Your diet plan was good, staying like keto, keeping weight down. That's awesome. That's really good, Ricky. I'm glad that it's working for you. Yeah, these vehicles can last a long time, seriously. If you look after them and you treat them really well and you actually, you know, look, well, you know, do like the proper maintenance, it could last you a long time. I had the last one that I had was yeah, no, what kind of toy? No kidding. It was a Toyota 4Runner. So this one here, the FJ Cruiser, you know, I still have a lot of years to go, hopefully. Guys, give me a minute. Love the view. I have inner ear inflammation. What is good for that? Please start taking some NAC, and acetylcysteine. That's gonna be like your best way to actually boost up your immunity. I'm buying a 79 today, FJ40. Wow. There is an old vehicle, but that'll be awesome. It'll be beautiful to actually check it out. What are your thoughts on B6 levels being high despite not taking any supplements, only whole food? I don't think there's anything to worry about it. Vitamin B, sometimes they always fluctuate in the body. That means if you have high vitamin B6, that means you should actually absorbing very good mineralization into your system. But that's really good to actually have it that high. What is it, please? What is what? Experienced numbness, tingling hands, feet. B12 was also 500. So the numbness and stuff that comes from vitamin B12. So if that's the case, if the vitamin B12 is high, that means it's coming from your gut. Your intestines are actually making extra or processing too much vitamins. The question is why? So that could be a confliction with a vitamin B1 deficiency. That's why you probably then went up B12 and your B6. I didn't know B6 could be involved, but probably it is. Usually B12, if it is involved in this, that means you became vitamin B1 deficient. So definitely check into that. I have inner ear inflammation. What is it good for that? Please, like I said, Philomena, NAC, N-acetylcysteine. And acetylcysteine would be excellent to get started. What is the best oatmeal for Hashimoto? I would never touch oatmeal in my life, Janelle. I would actually stay away from that. N as in Nancy, A as in Apple, C as in Charlie. Hey Ziggy, how are you? I think when I was live, you sent me a message. I'll check it here very shortly. Are you in Freiburg, Germany? I'm in Canada and BC, British Columbia, Russ. Hail B1 and NAC, yes. I like B1 and B3 as a combination and NAC. I haven't tried the B1 and NAC together, but that would be something to actually give it a shot. See if there's a nice synergistic effect. How cold is it there? It's roughly about, right now, it's about 6 degrees, give or take. I think oatmeal is for horses if you live in North America. If you live in Europe, then you probably can still get your hands on some good quality oatmeal. But not in the US or Canada anymore. I am a female who exercises, but during moderate training, I feel very flat. What can I take? Well, you got your creatine, and obviously you feel flat. Maybe you're not consuming enough carbohydrates. So I don't know how the carbohydrates intake is like. Are you following like a ketogenic diet, or will Cavadix work with soft plaques? Yes, it does, Sultan. Guys, I'm just gonna place the phone down for a minute just so I can do my one more chin up and I'm done my training. Today was my body weight workout. What about gallstones? There we go. I got my toucan, but I have no sweater on. I took it out because I was working out. AFib, following your protocol. How long to see results? 1 week and still having cluttering. Oh, 1 week is way too early. Way too early. Keep in mind, it took years to develop. It's not gonna happen within a week. You might maybe feel good within about 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but it's all about saturation of your cells and not saturation of the cells with magnesium. Some individuals can take 2, 3, 4 months. Sometimes it can take more than a year. So it depends how bad the situation is, and it depends how fast your body can actually adapt to actually absorb magnesium at the cellular level. So it's not about something you take and you should just fix it in a week or so. There's no such thing. Keep in mind, anything that takes years to develop, sometimes it could take years to actually cure it. Can they go away? What can they go away? Gallstones? No, you have to actually stimulate them with some olive oil, monounsaturated fats. Their cholesterol, usually they're originally soft cholesterol and they actually become gallstones because you're not actually eating probably enough dietary cholesterol and you don't have enough bile or enough, let's say, taurine in your diet to actually allow them to actually be stimulated. So they end up hardening, and when they harden, you can still actually flush them out, but they won't go away on themselves. What is good for liver cancer? I did an ebook in regards to liver, so definitely check it out. And I have a cheat book that has all the ingredients and a lot of different supplementation that you guys can actually do. I'm gonna wait 5 more percent. We'll have to go inside just because the phone is almost dying, so I can plug it in so we don't get disconnected. And this way I can have my little protein, well, my little coffee drink that I usually make with the collagen. Can gallbladder rupture? I'm reading all worst things that can happen. It's very rare that it happens, Ziggy. I wouldn't really worry, but yes, it could happen, but very rare, very rare. Don't put yourself in that situation. And probably in the past 15 years, I haven't come across anybody that actually had any issues with rupturing gallstone. Well, gallbladder, sorry. How's the weather over there today? It's beautiful. Check it out. Let me just sit this way. You can see there's so much rain. It's starting to snow on top of the mountain. If you guys can see, it was all white up to this level here. And up to this level. And today it's actually it melted and now it started again. So it's been very, very cold actually. So pretty, where are you? I'm in BC. Duke must be loving the rain. Oh, Duke loves it. There he is. We were playing and he's just sitting relaxing right now, taking his little break. Because usually about 4 p.m. he eats. That's his first meal. And only meal. I have upper right abdominal pain, bloating, gas. Any suggestion to improve? Please, probably best to book a time with me, Mullers, so we can kind of go over it, because it could be many things that we might have to actually try different protocols to make sure. But definitely, just so I can ask you a little bit more questions. Do you like beach as well, or just mountains? Oh, I love the beach, but all we have here is lakes. I like the mountain view and the mountain atmosphere because it's always nice and refreshing. you know, when you breathe and when you do grounding, it's nice and refreshing. But definitely in the summertime, I'm always down at the lakes. But the problem is, you know, our summer here is way too short, way too short. Do you still make and drink your own kefir? I haven't made any since I've been here, unfortunately, just because I didn't have access to good raw goat milk. So next year, the plan is I kind of spoke with my neighbor. I'm gonna actually buy some chicken. He's gonna actually start looking after them. So this way he can take some, I can take some, which is nice of him. And since he's gonna be doing that, I'm gonna actually end up getting 2 goats. So this way I can have some fresh raw milk. What nationality are you? Originally from Lebanon. Okay, let's go inside. I have to make my little drink. Duke, you wanna come inside, bud? Let's go inside so I can plug the phone too. Come in. Can AFib be stomach related too, or mainly magnesium deficiency? Well, it is stomach related because it's pretty much everything you consume, right? So anything you consume, you're obviously not getting enough of the certain mineralization that is causing the AFib. But you know, sometimes when you eat certain foods, you're gonna notice that the AFib has increased. The only reason it increased because in that food you consumed did not have the proper ratio of your magnesium, potassium, and chloride, so end up causing sometimes a little bit more of a atrial fibrillation again. So it's not so much the gut, it's after the food has been absorbed and digested, you could be off in certain mineralization. And that's why you end up feeling the AFib all over again, sometimes after you eat, or sometimes you'll be laying down and you feel it. A lot of people think, well, it's a stomach issue. No, it's not a stomach related issue. It's because the mineralization and the minerals you consumed, they're not really helping and they're off balance. And trust me, it will take you sometimes almost about a year to actually fix the AFib issue. It doesn't just happen overnight. And sometimes it could take a little bit longer because it's all based on your lifestyle and based on your diet, that certain foods will actually aggravate and will cause even more of a AFib. So certain food groups will have to be eliminated, specifically fructose or any type of honey as well, because due to the fructose levels, and you put your liver in such a high stress level to actually convert fructose to glucose. So a lot of these things could actually cause the AFib to reoccur. But keep in mind, we are looking for 6 milligrams per deciliter or higher for your magnesium levels, so you can actually saturate correctly. And if you don't actually have that level, you're always going to be deficient. Now, if you want to speed up the process, you can definitely do IV therapy. If you're able to afford it and do like an IV therapy of magnesium, I think that would be like perfect. You can actually speed up the process. Instead of waiting, 6 months or a year or 2 years to actually saturate your cells, now you can possibly get it done within probably 6 months. Because what happened is your cells can absorb IV therapy a lot faster than oral intake. I love your necklace. We use the same for our religion. Cheers to that. Thank you. 9D for life. What platforms are you using now? Platforms as in which? I'm just doing it over the phone. I don't have a specific platform to do. Would love to actually have some kind of platform to get it done, but I don't, unfortunately. Cardiologists didn't even know what RBC magnesium tests are. Yeah, they have no clue because... So keep in mind, a lot of doctors aren't really taught on a lot of this stuff, because if they were taught on it, that means there's... that means drugs that pharmaceuticals create. So since there is no drugs, they never really talk about it, they never really test it, they're clueless about it, they don't even mention it to anybody because they don't have an answer for you. And every time you eat, always add that magnesium, because so this way at least you can balance your mineralization in the body. Should I take the ribos separate from taurine? You could. They're not gonna. You can take them together, or you can take them separately. They're not gonna conflict, Matt. They shouldn't conflict either. Any morning drinks like coffee that wouldn't spike blood sugar glucose levels? Well, you know, you have a green tea, you have, you know, other than coffee, some mushroom drinks you can actually make, like the one I used to take, would be not bad. But these are their limitations. You know, some people, they like certain teas, like dandelion, milk thistle. There's hibiscus. It's actually good because hibiscus will actually prevent your sugar from spiking. So that wouldn't be too bad. Can gout be reversed? Well, it's not about being reversed. It's about controlling it. The only reason you might have gout attack is because your fructose level. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna blend my drink. When I went to the doctor after taking magnesium taurate every day, my blood pressure was 115/70. Yeah, taurine does that because it actually enhances the magnesium absorption at to the cellular level, and that's what we're looking for. Just have to plug my phone because it's almost dying. Give me a second, guys. So we don't get cut off here. Because my phone is down to like 10%. There you go. There we go. Okay, that's good. Recommendation for palpitation. You can actually download my ebook for palpitation, Maria. Will Cavadex work with soft plaque? Yes, it does. I think I answered that. It does work with soft plaque. And don't forget to actually use my practitioner code so you can get 20% off, Sultan. What type of magnesium do you recommend? Let me show you the bottle. This is the one I take, and I do have it on my website. So this magnesium is magnesium ionic chloride. That's the original magnesium that we require and that our body can actually absorb correctly without any issues. Not your typical magnesium glycinate, taurate, orotate, or any of that man-made stuff, right? So you need the ionic chloride. Do you believe in Jesus? What kind of question is that? Well, obviously, I'm wearing a cross for a reason. I bought 4. Great deal I got. That's awesome, Marie. Every time I buy like 12 bottles for the whole year, and they never last me a year. They probably last me anywhere from 7 months to 8 months, just because I tend to take so much a day, based on how I feel. Like today, I think I've already taken about maybe close to about 4, no more than 4, about close to about 5. How come this thing is not working? I think my phone is too heavy. There you go. It's getting. There we go. Is 120/90 bad blood pressure? It's not whether it's bad. You're 90. That means you could be deficient in magnesium. It does make you feel amazing. Yeah, 100%. 100% it does. It's just, we have way too much contraction in our body and not enough relaxation. And the whole idea is to kind of feel, you know, we need to kind of allow our body to be into a relaxation mode at all time. (136/90). The question is how you're checking it as well too, because technically if you're checking your blood pressure, should be checking your blood pressure, let's say 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and dinner for 3 consecutive days. Then we can do an average to see whether you really have blood pressure issue or not. Too much contraction. I think I've left my sweater outside. I have to go get it. So it does get pretty cold. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and it's like almost 12 degrees. Right now it's about 17 degrees inside here. and outside is actually 4 degrees. But our humidity here is so high, it's like 62%, should be in like in the low 50s. When the last time you've been sick? I don't know, probably 15, 20 years ago, or even longer. Sleeve size is important too when taking blood pressure. 100%, 100%. And it's all about, relaxation and everything. I'm taking pills now. Went to the doctor and all my blood work was okay. Pills. Yeah, but do you really want to live on pills for the rest of your life if you know how to fix the root cause? How much magnesium should I take? At least 200 milligrams every couple hours. You can download my ebook as well too on how to saturate with magnesium, and you guys will support my channel. Higher cholesterol 6.1, what do you take? Nothing. The question is your cholesterol being oxidized? But if you download my atherosclerosis ebook and the cholesterol one, it will actually teach you some ingredients you can definitely try, and you can actually balance it within really fast, under 30 days. 70 here in Florida. Nice. Would love to be 70 here. I'm gonna probably wake up tomorrow, we're gonna probably have snow. The pumpkin seed is good for the body. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Thank you for the heart. Cheers. Yeah, that's it. It's no time. So, and I'm a little bit disappointed because till today, I'll tell you guys something. Till today, I can't believe there's still a lot of people, let's put it that way, and a lot of business owners out there that they're just out there to make a quick dollar and rip people off. I'm just very, very disappointed. Every day I've been kind of checking all the wood that I have for my wood stove. So anything that is dry, I kind of split it and actually pack it. I don't have that much wood. It won't even last me through like maybe 2 weeks. So I called the company to actually come and drop me off at least one full cord of specific wood, birch wood for my wood stove. And they came today, and all the wood was not cut correctly. They were actually left, they're quite wet, they're not even dry, and they already put them down here and stuff. So, people like that shouldn't really be in business if they're just after a quick dollar, because it's very disappointing. I still paid the guy, I just didn't really care at the end of the day, but I'm never gonna use his business anymore, which is too bad. There's still people like that in small towns. They still do stuff like that. Can you not get a permit and collect wood? You could, but I was a little bit late this year because I was trying to actually make the house more winterized and everything, and I didn't have time to actually do my own wood. And it's unfortunate when you still get people like that. You're trying to do good, you're trying to be honest and everything. You still have a lot of people out there, they try to kind of rip you off and tell you, hey, this wood is good, you should use it. And it's just unfortunate. So I have like a full cord of wood that I'll never use in my wood stove, because if they're not dried correctly, they can ruin the wood stove. Thank you for the good information and have a great weekend. Thank you, Pete. Haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're doing good. Thanks so much for the donation. As always, Pete, every time he comes in, he always throws in a helping hand. And, everything that you guys put out there for me is always going towards Duke. So a big shout out to Pete on YouTube for the donation, and everything's going towards Duke, and to kind of keep feeding him some raw food, which is amazing from you guys, and really appreciate all the support you guys are doing. Cheers to the glasses. Thank you. Should I use magnesium ionic chloride instead of Celtic sea salt? Yes, and I'll explain that in a minute. And Pete, you have yourself a good weekend as well too, and stay warm. Hopefully it's nice and warm in your area. We're probably gonna end up having snow here. Celtic sea salt. So every 200 milligrams of ionic chloride magnesium is equivalent to about 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. Sorry to hear that. Should I use magnesium ionic chloride instead? No, you can't. You shouldn't. Yahala, cheers. Yes, I got wood from my friend. He went in the forest, cut 2 tons. I have 2 kilowatt wood stove. Wow. Use your greenhouse to dry wood. I had to actually take the greenhouse down right now in the winter because the amount of heavy snow we get, it will actually crush it. So hopefully next year, if I'm staying a little bit longer, I'm gonna build like a proper greenhouse, and this way I can start storing my wood in there. Thanks so much for the info, Ricky. I really appreciate it. And hopefully next year I'll start cutting my own wood. Seriously, and I don't have to rely on companies to come and just. And the wood is not even like all in good pieces. Like one is like 16 inches, one are like 24 inches, one are like uncut, and it's just too bad. I'm just very, very disappointed. It's too bad. Sir, it's okay to eat eggs every day. I eat close to about 10 eggs a day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. This morning I had 6 eggs. This evening I'm gonna have 1 pound of meat, and I'm gonna have probably about 4 eggs with it. So yeah, it's okay to eat that many eggs. Don't be scared. You can eat probably like 40 eggs a day. You should be fine. I am in BC, British Columbia. Hello, what would be your one top rip to reduce high blood pressure? Magnesium. I can't wait to eat like that again. I miss it soon, Ziggy, soon. I hope you're feeling better. I hope things are going okay. I know we haven't, well, we're kind of going back and forth, but I hope things are starting to look better or possibly less pain. Hey, Abdullah, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm taking the following: K2, D3, 240 mg, 10,000 citrus, berberine, magnesium. You're talking about magnesium glycinate, 1,000 turmeric. What is an optimal ferritin level for male? That varies. That varies. I'll have to look at my notes. I don't have it on top of my head. I'll have to check the notes to see. But ferritin is very, very important. You don't want to end up having too much because it could cause some oxidative stress and oxidative damage. Is chicken okay to eat? Only if they're pasture raised. I haven't had chicken, unfortunately, for 8 years now. 8 years? Yeah, 9 years now. I haven't had chicken. Because we don't have pasture raised here in the area I live. And when I live off a grid where I'm at right now in the acreage, I did meet some people that they actually do pasture raised, but they're not ready for next year. So hopefully next year, maybe we can have some pasture raised chicken first time in 8 years probably. Then I can tell you guys how good that is. And if I'm not going to have any, I'm going to actually grow my own. Some turkeys and chickens, and actually we can try that. Now this winter here, I'm leaving in around December if I have enough wood to last me till then. We'll see. Because I'm running off a small heater right now, and it's not really ideal. Because it does get quite cold in the evening. Really cold, actually. I paid $28 per pasture-raised chicken. Pricey, but worth it. Tastes amazing. That's not bad of a price. That's usually the around pricing. They charge here per pound, so probably very similar to what you're paying towards that, Ziggy. So $28 is not bad. That's probably like the ideal. Just for me, you know, I can sit and eat the whole chicken on my own, and sometimes I don't find it satisfying because it's missing a lot of dense nutrients. What can I take for sleep and pre-diabetic, please? Sleep, we got magnesium glycinate, we got L-theanine, we have GABA, would be excellent to use. Will you be farmer next year? I made a deal with my neighbor. He's gonna look after the chicken. I'm gonna buy some chicken, he's gonna look after them, so this way if I end up going back to the city or traveling, he can look after the chicken, which is good. But and I'm gonna get 2 goats. So if I get 2 goats, and this way we can have some fresh raw milk, will be amazing. We can make my own cheese possibly. Do you eat lamb? I do eat lamb, yes. If I can get my hands on good lamb, yes. GABA is wonderful. Is cholesterol bad? No, cholesterol is not bad. It's only becomes bad only if it's oxidized. And you know why it gets oxidized? It's because of the diet, of the processing diet that you guys sometimes eat. How can I take my magnesium glycinate powder if it's kind of burns in the stomach? So the glycinate, if anything, it should actually allow more relaxation in the gut. Have you tried it? A fox got my chicken. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you gotta be careful. They can actually find ways Goats as Duke's friends. Yeah, they're gonna run around with Duke. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll keep him occupied, which is good. He can look after them. JD, I hope you're good. I hope everything is well with your dad and family and everybody. Yes, I tried yesterday. It burns the stomach. So yeah, if that's the case, I would stop for a bit. It shouldn't really burn because the glycine should actually relax, but it's kind of interesting. Maybe offer ingredients in the powder. Have you tried taking a glycine on its own? Is vitamin D and K-cumin good? What do you mean K-cumin? I'm not sure what you mean. Pre-diabetic, please. You can take berberine. I did an ebook on pre-diabetic. You should definitely check it out. I think it'll be good. It has all the ingredients in there and how to use them and how to actually take them correctly. There we go. My hair is not fixed, so I had to put the glasses, keep my hair back. It was getting pretty freaking warm. Is there a way to reverse pancreatitis? Yes, there is a way. 100% you can reverse it. Is vitamin D and K2 and cumin good for lowering blood pressure? Yes, but they're never gonna really fix the root cause. You should download my ebook on blood pressure because I'll teach you how to actually fix the root cause. Because what you're doing right now, you're just possibly trying to stable things, but the moment you get off the vitamins, things will go back to normal. So you have to actually fix the root cause. The root cause is actually multiple things in the body, and you do have to get a specific blood test to make sure and see how deficient you are in certain mineralization. And that's the only reason you could be having a blood pressure issue. So you definitely have to look at the full picture instead of just kind of going after what people tell you or influencers, or maybe you might read, hey, it might be vitamin D or others. How come the acid trace minerals don't reply to my messages? I'm trying to get some magnesium. If they're not, send me a message. I can more than happy send it to them. And I can talk to the owner. I know them. I got to know them really well just because I use their products lots, and I can see if they can help you out. But I know we've had some requests to actually ship the acid trace minerals to Netherlands, and they couldn't do it due to customs. The blood pressure ebook is really good. I got it a few months ago. Thanks so much, JD. I hope it was worth it, and I'm glad you got it. And hopefully things are working amazing for you, and you are still sticking with the carnivore, I hope. I know we haven't talked for a while. You too, boss. Glad to hear giving out good info. Keep up the good work and have a great weekend, Abdullah. Cheers, Abdullah. Have a good weekend, you too, and keep me updated. Hello, new here. What we doing? We're answering a lot of questions, so ask away. Anything to do with nutrition. Is taking 10k IU D3 K2 once a week? Why once a week? I thought you were gonna say taking daily. Is heart failure curable? Yes, it is. Carnivore creatinine increases. Yeah, nothing wrong with creatinine. It's fine. It's not the creatinine that you need to worry about. You need to actually get your ACR checked, your GFR checked. Creatinine is irrelevant on its own. Is NMN, and creatinine usually increases based on your muscle mass, by the way. Is NMN good? If so, how many milligrams? Yes, I take NMN. It's actually good if you take it with TMG, especially if you're looking to actually activate your NAD plus for energy. It's amazing. I like the one from Australia, the one I'm currently taking, and it works amazing. I only take about 500 milligrams. Some you say you gotta take 1,000 or higher, but it's all about quality, not quantity. What can help with water retention? It's your kidneys. You're not hydrating correctly, Jay. Kidney, in a way, yes and no. There is no real cure for it once the GFR becomes damaged. The only thing you can do is maintain it with NMN and TMG. As predicted, I wasn't as strict with carne. And well, you did pretty good for more than 90 days, I believe, JD. What's the correct way to hydrate? Add mineralization, add minerals, add trace minerals, something like this with your water. Never drink water, plain water on its own. You're gonna over stimulate your kidney for nothing. Okay, I have a question. Is packaged mineral water unhealthy or a better replacement for regular drinking water? I would never use packaged water because, first of all, it has to be in glass, not plastic. And you have to make sure you're getting the correct mineralization. So that's why I tell everybody it's better to actually use a filtration on your water, filter it and add the trace minerals. So this way you're getting 70 plus minerals plus magnesium. So this is, you can actually hydrate correctly. And trust me, once you start doing that, you don't drink as much water as you would anymore because your body is hydrated correctly. How can I download the ebook? If you could go on my website, on my picture in the top left corner, and there's a website. If you click on my website, you can actually access all my ebooks. 3 weeks in Quebec, back home on strict carnivore now, gained 8 pounds in Quebec. Wow. Well, sometimes, you have to kind of go out of your way when you're with family and having a good time. So let's just put it as a 3 weeks holiday, now back to like strict. But now you know the power of food, what it does to the body. It's crazy. Sometimes, without training, without exercising, food plays such a massive picture in our diet, in our eating habits. I need to sit down. We'll continue chatting till about 4 p.m. or so. Then I'll go cook some food. Hopefully we don't get too much rain. I don't know if it stopped or not. We'll find out. Give me a second, guys. Oh, there we go. Can you fix kidneys? You could. There's some supplementation that you can do for the kidney, but the kidney is very tricky. If you're not gonna actually eliminate a lot of the food from your body, it's not gonna actually work. So there's a lot of things you have to do, a lot of protocols you have to follow. Stuffiness came back, gut issues. I'm sold 100% on carnivore. It's crazy. It's insane how, once we get off certain lifestyle and we go back and forth, we know exactly what our body's missing. 100% stick to it, JD. You'll do amazing, and it'll keep you in an amazing shape, and it's better for longevity and health as well too. And sometimes it's very easy to get, to drop off, but you'll know right away the way your body feels and everything. So we're gonna see what we're gonna have today for dinner. What? Your dinner? What? You heard the word and you automatically get up, Duke? I'll get you your food soon. Like in 10 minutes, okay? You're hungry? Duke is getting hungry. What can make someone always cold? Too much carbohydrates in the body will always make you cold. Let's put it this way. Assuming your water is still okay. Yeah, so far so good. We actually had like some heavy rain for like almost a full day, 24 hours, JD. And of course, I should have planned for that. Like the water was gushing so much in the creek that I ended up overflowing my 1,000 liter and I end up getting so much dirt and mud in there. So I spent the whole day yesterday trying to filter it out and everything, but it was tough. I still get a little bit through my faucet and everything, but next year I'll actually plan a little bit better for it. I think what I collect the water was not deep enough for it, but it's fine. But overall, everything is good. So far, the water's running good. No freezing yet. It hasn't actually hit a -1 yet. I think it's supposed to in the next couple days. It's just been as low as 1 degree, 2 degrees. But I think last year the line froze once it actually hit about a -1. So we'll see what happens today. Well, we'll see what happens in the next, I think, in the next 4 days. Is fasting good for blood pressure? Yes, it is. I just called him. He said they don't ship to my country, but I can order from another website. Is that from Netherlands or other places? Yeah, sometimes they will actually direct you to a different distributor that works with them. You'll have the same issue during the freshest in the spring. Yeah, yes, because the water is gonna be so much pressure and everything. So I have to actually plan for it, so it doesn't actually hit very harsh. Yes, Netherlands, but he said I can order from Sweden. Yes. Yeah, I got that message, and they were supposed to actually respond back to you because I sent them a message. I think you asked me for about a week ago or so. They took roughly about a week to respond. Do you drink while eating your meals? No, I don't drink any water at all during my meal, and I don't drink till at least 30 minutes after, because if you actually drink during, or you actually take any water as soon as you're done your meal, you can actually cause malabsorption of nutrients. So it's better to actually wait. You can drink before, but not during or after. May I ask, what can make someone cold all time? Like I said, it's mostly the carbohydrate intake in the body is what actually allow the body to stay in a cooling phase. That's why I always say, shift your carbohydrates only to last meal of the day. How do you get rid of leg cramps at night fast? I'm not deficient in magnesium. How do you know you're not deficient in magnesium? Clogged arteries, how do you support a cleanse? Book a time with me. Let's talk about it. There's protocols you have to follow. What causes pain and leg cramps? What causes pain? What do you mean what causes pain? It's a deficiency in magnesium. As simple as I can put it. Leg cramps is all related to magnesium. And sometimes too much sugar in the diet will cause leg cramps because your magnesium isn't getting sufficient enough. Cholesterol has nothing to do with leg cramps or pain. The only reason you might get leg pain if you're actually taking like statins, where they're actually preventing your liver from producing proper cholesterol. A blood test does not show correct magnesium. They're probably checking for magnesium serum, which is an incorrect testing. You have to check for magnesium, RBC magnesium, and it has to be at least 6 milligrams per deciliter or higher. If the doctor tells you, hey, you're not the magnesium deficient, he's clueless. What body in pain, arms mainly? Whole body in pain, arms. What is your humidity in the house? What can help with joint stiffness? Magnesium, but again, it's all about the humidity in the house. Agamate or Nature's Body or Genetic Labs brand for NMN. I use Genetic Labs. That's the one I get. That's the one I have on my website. And if you go through the one through my website, you'll get a 20% discount. Okay. Is it okay to give magnesium on kids' water? 100% yes. What's the deal with castor oil benefits? I don't know. There's a lot of people talk about, castor does this, castor does that. I don't know if it's true. Some people swear by it and some people think it's bullshit because they've tried it and it still doesn't work. Castor is not, it's not going to cure everything like they assume. It's just the hype on nothing. Magnesium helped with my heart palpitation, 100%. What's the code? It is on the website. I think it's Maurice 20. You get 20% off. It is on my website, Marie. Bro, you helped me with my gout. I'm 33 and had it for years now, but it keeps coming back. FML. Reduce your fructose. Fructose is what's just going to activate it, and oxalates is going to actually activate your gout or give you that gout pain or inflammation. Anytime you actually increase your uric acid, you're going to get like an inflammation in the gout. So it's all in regards to your diet. Everything you guys do is all related to your diet. if your diet is not the best, you're always gonna have these issues. It's starting to get cold. It's starting to get cold. I can feel it. I can't wait till I get my freaking wood stove going. I got a guy who's gonna come and install it because he got me all the parts. And because I needed to get it certified, so he's coming. But he's not coming till the last week of October. Which will probably keep me till even the last day of October. It's gonna be interesting. But natural fructose is all I have. No more fake shit. Can it be the blood? No, it's your fructose. Guys, when you've done so much damage to your body, processed fructose or natural fructose, sugar is gonna be in the body. No matter what is gonna cause the issue. It doesn't mean if you've done the damage when you were young with like processed sugars, you'd figure if you eat fructose from fruits, it should be fine. No, it's not fine. It's still gonna cause the issue because you've already caused that damage. So technically, eliminate it as much as possible and reduce the amount as much as possible. David, everything's going good. That's all I can do for the winter, so finish most of it. The only thing is we're waiting just for the wood stove to be finalized. And once the wood stove is finalized, I think it'll be a little bit at ease where I can wake up and feel warm. Don't have to stress about it. That's what sometimes I haven't been doing live. I wake up and I'm freezing cold, and sometimes in the evening it's cold and you just don't feel like doing nothing. Been enjoying your recommendations on magnesium chloride. I've had luck with R-alpha-lipoic acid, cyclodextrin tablets. Thoughts on bio PQQ? If you can get yourself PQQ, now keep in mind that is very expensive, but this is like almost like a powerhouse to your mitochondria. It's the back end of your mitochondria. I like to use the ribose, but the PQQ, if you can actually afford it, it's an excellent product to use it. You'll actually notice a difference almost within about 24 hours, but very pricey, very, very pricey. Because when they compare it, they actually compare it very close to the D-ribose as well too. So think of it as a back end for your mitochondria. But right now they're actually kind of debating whether it's going to be good or is it better to go with NMN as well. So it's something you might have to want to try and kind of see how you like it first. What is your take on stove popcorn using ghee? Now, don't get me wrong, ghee is amazing, animal fats. It's just I have an issue with popcorn. It still kind of falls into a man-made product, no matter what. Right? So that's the way I look at it. Popcorn is still a man-made product. Well, even corn is a man-made product. Because if you look at back in the days, if you go hundreds of years ago, before they actually tempered with their genes of the to make them bigger, because technically back in the days, a whole corn was only about this big and you can eat the whole thing. They were never about 10 inches or 12 inches and you can actually pull them apart. So all that stuff is 100% GMO. I haven't actually touched any for probably almost 16 years myself. Would love to have some, because I'm a huge fan of corn nuts and popcorn and all that stuff, because I used to love them when I was young. But yeah, 15, 16 years I haven't even touched that stuff. Whether it's organic or non-organic, there's no such thing. It's all man-made. Now, you want to have a cheat once in a while? Yeah, that should be fine, as long as you are aware of it, Pete. So I still have a cheat once in a while. Like you gotta treat yourself once in a while. And I always tell this to everybody, live a little, right? So as long as you are aware of it and what it's causing to the body, and you can overcome that, then I say, okay, go for it and kind of monitor how you feel, but don't overdo it. So if I'm gonna end up cheating with, let's say, popcorn, I would probably take about 3 capsules of digestive enzymes. So I make sure the enzymes in the popcorn is capable of actually being broken down correctly and fast enough, and it's eliminated from my body. I have it 1 to 3 times a month. Now keep in mind the ghee, because it is an animal product, it is going to maintain the spike of the insulin low, which is excellent, but it's all how you feel. If you feel okay, you're not getting digestive system, you're not getting any issues, especially if you're using it anywhere between 1 to 3 times a month, and it's working on your body, but it's not causing any harm, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you notice there's something off, one of the best thing to do is add digestive enzymes. Because there's always certain individuals out there, they do really well on certain products because their body is capable of actually breaking it apart. Like for me, it's white rice. Maybe for you, it's popcorn. Maybe for another person, could be anything processed, or could be like a sweet dessert or pizza or ice cream. But if you are taking that product and you are feeling something is not right, one of the best thing you can do and the easiest is taking digestive enzymes before you have the meal, and after the meal having some type of hydrochloric acid, enough acidity to actually don't allow any particles or any waste left. No problem after I eat it. Thanks for your thoughts. Yeah, no problem, Pete. Apparently all corn is tainted with either GMO strains or harmful herbicides like glyphosate. True. What's your go-to cheat meal or snack? The only cheat meal I end up having is once a week. Most of the time it's gonna be like a simple carbohydrate so I can refuel my glycogen storage. 90% of the time has always been white rice or sweet potato. My mom has extreme dry eyes. She can't open her eyes in the morning and has severe pain for hours. I would start using taurine for that and astaxanthin. Told her it's low vitamin A. Vitamin A plays a role in that, but check your astaxanthin and taurine. How much B1 per day with my taurine and magnesium? Well, I take the benfotiamine of B1, but I take about 750 milligrams. So all corn is tainted with either GMO strains, harmful herbicides like glyphosates. Yeah, 100%, 100%. What do you think about CMOS? I think it's just a hype for nothing and it's all bullshit because we don't know where it's coming from. Hey Maurice, howdy bud, long time. Yeah, it's been a long time, D. How you been? Is B complex good for energy? If it's methylated and it's not synthetic, it is, vitamin Bs are the coenzyme factors, so we do need them because if you don't get them from food, you do need them as a supplement. Thoughts on grass-fed beef tallow for cooking? 100%. Yeah, I use it all the time. And I use it on my skin as well too. It's one of the best things you can do to actually cook your food with, if you eggs and everything. And it gives it that nice rich flavor as well too, which is pretty amazing. Guys, I'm gonna be 10 more minutes because I have to go feed Duke. What do you think about ivermectin? Hey, I'm a huge fan. Unfortunately, I can't talk on it on here. I can get banned. But I'm a huge fan. Let's just put it that way. It's the same stuff I give Duke and I take myself. I hope that answers the question. And if you download my cheat book, I do have the protocol that I take. Thanks for the info, Maurice. Have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. And thanks so much for responding to some questions. I appreciate your time. Guys, I know I would love to stay a little bit longer, but it's getting some heavy rain and I wanted to go get food for Duke because I have it in the container. That's my little garage. Because I can't keep all the food here because I keep it in the freezer and I have a freezer there. And hopefully this winter is easy so I can probably get back home in December and see the family. Hopefully it's not so bad on the road. Last year was terrible on the road. It took me almost like 7 hours, but it was not, let's just put it this way, it was not a nice, easy drive. It was very, very exhausting and very stressful. Very stressful drive. Guys, I do apologize for not coming in and doing live on a daily basis. I know I've been a little bit busy with trying to get some things done. And since I have no work outside other than kind of collecting the wood and everything, hopefully I can start to do a little bit more lives with you guys. Can you suggest anything for patchy beard growth? Just one side on my face grows okay. Not too sure about that. I know tyrosine helps, but I'll have to look into it. Unfortunately, I don't have much information in regards to that. I know some companies, they say that it's actually a peptide of copper that is a deficiency. Can I take supplements every day or stop after about 3 months or so? You know, you can take supplements every day, because think of supplements as being part of your lifestyle. They're like part of as a food group, because a lot of it is actually synthesized or actually created from plants, plant-based. So there's nothing wrong by you taking it every day. It's not like your body get used to it and it doesn't create its own. That's totally different. Vitamin D deficiency responsible for cancer and heart disease. Vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin C, yes. But your top two is magnesium and vitamin D. And vitamin D is actually a hormone. We miss you when you do not come live. You teach us so much. Thank you. Thanks so much, Marie, for the awesome comment. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. And sometimes, there's certain things happen in life that I actually have to take care of. So right now is mostly my water, the cold, things like that is just kind of interrupting my time where I've been spending a lot of time trying to fix things. Because keep in mind, this is my first time, lasting that long in here in the winter. So there are going to be some things here and there that they're going to be missed. Yesterday we lost power for about 2 hours. My generator would not run because it's out of oil. And of course, I have to go to the town probably tomorrow to get some backup oil for the generator in case it goes out. So there's things like that happen. Last week we had a huge storm. About 3 trees fell, so I had to actually go out and cut one because it actually landed right on my water tank, unfortunately. So there's unexpected things do happen, and I have to be ready for it. Do you use solar panels? I don't use solar panels because we don't get enough sun in the area I'm in to actually support our power or anything like that. So I do have 3 solar panels, brand new. I have to sell them so I can get my money back. I don't use them because I can't use them either because we don't get enough sun in this area. Hello, Maurice, and everyone in chat. Hello, Latra, how are you? Are there wild bears where you are? Yeah, there's wild bears, there's coyotes, there's every animal you can find out there it's living around us. Did you write a book yet? If not, you should. I wrote few, but nothing, mostly in regards to nutrition and things like that. But we're getting there slowly. I just need the time. Once I think I have the wood stove installed and my mind is at ease, then it'll be not bad. Like even if I have to go, if my water line freezes and I have to go collect water in the meantime, I might maybe just do that. But the wood stove is very important to be installed and running correctly. You live in my dream life. Hey, it's so far so good. Sometimes, I don't like how easy things, and we depend on others like corporations and governments. I like to depend on my own. So sometimes that's why we struggle a bit, but the end of it pays off pretty well, pretty good. Hello, Maurice. Are there wild bears? So we're trying my best. Worst comes to worst, I'll just pack everything and head back to the city, but it's a long drive. I just have to make sure everything is set correctly here. I don't want to leave anything and my mind is kind of unsettled, so I have to make sure everything is done correctly. Me too, off-grid homestead on my own land, that's the dream. It's a beautiful thing we could ever do, seriously. It's a beautiful thing that we can ever do. And even if you struggled for it and you still have to put your jacket and go outside and cut some wood and bring it inside, everything is worth it because it makes you who you are, where you have to fight for it and you have to actually make it happen. Nobody's gonna go out and clean the snow or go out and get you wood. You have to do it yourself. You have to turn on the power yourself. You have to stay warm. You have to always plan things ahead. If you don't know how to plan things ahead, then living off a grid is, or an acreage place or a land is very tough. But it's fun. It keeps you in shape and it keeps you, I think, young. You just have to be willing to do it.
Magnesium malate good for heart failure. Magnesium malate is the energy molecule. Think of malate as malic acid, so it's okay. It's not bad. It works not bad. For heart failure, you know, you want D-ribose, you want taurine, you want magnesium, you want NAD+. You want to go after anything that actually spikes or boosts your mitochondria levels. Hello, Maurice. How are you doing? What's the weather like now? It's roughly about 2 degrees, lots of rain, a lot of snow. Hasn't snowed yet. It snowed yesterday and this morning, so we're expecting snow again in the afternoon. We'll see how it goes. But yes, it is getting quite chilly as well too, and so we're getting there slowly. My MgCl powder arrived. Your magnesium, have not mixed any yet. Let me know how it goes once you start mixing it. Keep me updated, Latro, and let me know how it goes for you. Okay, guys, I'll take one more question. I know I came a little bit early. I'll try to come in maybe a little bit later in the evening. I just have to go feed Duke before we get heavy rain again. And I'll try to come in and do a little bit more lives. It's just unfortunately we did lose power a few times here, and that's why I'm behind on a lot of stuff and behind on a lot of messages as well too. Billa, probably best to kind of book a time. We can discuss it over the phone and go in specifics. That would be excellent. Guys, I do have to get going, but if I do miss any of your questions, please send me a direct DM. I'll try my best to respond, and we can go from there. In the meantime, you guys have a nice afternoon or a nice evening, and hopefully we can do another live tomorrow. In the meantime, cheers.